Morning students, I am Tamilalagan. I am going to present the topic for Introduction to Communication System. First of all, what is meant by communication? Communication is the process of connection between two points for exchanging information. That means to communicate the information with proper understanding. That is called communication. Next, the elements of communication system. What is the element of communication system? Transmitter, channel, and then receiver. This is the basic elements of communication system. Next, this is the block diagram of communication system. First of all, information source. Information source is generated as a message signal. That message signal is transferred to the transmitter, through the transmitter to the channel. That is called transmitted signal. Message signal is transmitted to the transmitter. That signal is called transmitted signal. The transmitted signal is passed through the channel. The channel next pass the information signal is called received signal. That received signal is transmitted to the receiver. So receiver received the signal. That signal is called received signal. And then after, the user information is again retransmitted to the original message signal. That is called communication system. At the time, the noise is added to the channel. This is the basic block diagram of the communication system. First, what is the function? This is the function of the block diagram. First, transducer. Transducer means to convert the sound signal into the electrical signal. That is the main function of the transducer. Next, modulator. Modulator performs a mixing of the electric audio signal with the high frequency radio wave. That is the main operation of the modulator. So modulator generally operate as a to mix the carrier signal into the original message signal to increase the frequency range. That is called modulation. Next, the amplifier. Amplifier means the boost the power of the modulated signal. That is the main operation of the amplifier. Next, the signal is radiated in the space with the aid of an antenna. Next, communication channel. Communication channel. The duty of the communication channel is to carry the modulated signal from the transmitter to receiver. That is the main operation of the communication signal. Communication signal is also called as a transmission link or medium. What is the type of communication? Radio communication, and then optical communication, and then telegraphy communication, telephony and then telegraphy communications. Radio communications. The basic elements of radio communication system are a transmitter and a receiver. Radio communication used as a transmitter and then receiver. That is called radio communication. What is the channel? Free space or link. Next, telephony or telegraphy communication. That is called transmission line. Next, optical communication. By using an optical fiber, the communication system is called optical communication. These are the classification of and then types of communications. Next, receiver. Okay, the receiver receives the pickup antenna, demodulator, amplifier and then transducer. This is the basic block diagram of the receiver. The antenna remodulated to the signal, and then the signal is passing through the amplifier to amplify the signal, and then the finally amplified signal is passing through the transducer. The transducer is converted into the output signal. This is the receiver diagram through the antenna to the output.